Hello everyone, it's Sunday night and here we go. For many of us, this weekend here in Australia is a long weekend. Okay, this is Anzac Day here in Australia, which I believe is a little bit like in the US they call it, I think it's like Veterans Day, but it's the anniversary of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps who fought together at Gallipoli back in 1915, I believe. Was it 15 or 16? I really should know my history better. How are we all? That happens on Tuesday. The 25th of April is Anzac Day, which means that a lot of people have taken this as a long weekend holiday. People have taken Monday off to make it a 4-day weekend. The police obviously think that it's a long weekend because it's double demerit points since last Friday all the way through till Tuesday at midnight. So it is in Australia. This is a day that we commemorate, and I'm excited because it's 4 days off that my husband didn't have to go to work because he normally works Tuesday to Friday, so he doesn't work Mondays anyway. So this is a long weekend for him. So that's kind of nice. Hello. Salvega, I have added that item to the order that I put in. I was going to do it tomorrow, but I put it in tonight. So it's on its way. And it was marked down a little bit. I hope you knew that a lot of the papers and things that we have at the moment, nearly all the papers, most of them are marked down right now. The DSP, excuse me, while I get my mouth working properly, the Designer Series paper or DSP, a lot of those are marked down. Hey, Serena, nice to see you. Hi, Margaret. All the Margarets are here. Hey, Cherie. Hey, Donna. I'm just glancing through at all the names. Margaret saved me a lot of trouble because I can just say hello, Margaret, and I've covered several people all at once. Hi, Monique, all the way from the Netherlands. Hi, Kelly, nice to see you. So we have a crowd here tonight, and it's lovely to have you all here. Very exciting. So I'm going to do the something old, something new thing because we have just over a week left. Actually, is it exactly a week? I think it's exactly a week. Is the 1st of May a Monday? Is that right? Let me look at my calendar quickly. I think that's right. Yes. So next Sunday, a week from today, is the last day of April. And the 1st of May, the Monday, the 1st of May, is the last day of our retiring special. So if there's something that you are hoping to get, this is the week to do it. And I checked just before I went live. It's actually why I was held up a couple of minutes. I was checking. Yes, yay for the Margarets. I was checking to make sure that what I was going to show tonight was actually still available, and it is, but on low stock, low inventory. I never know how to say it. I can't say it. So I'm just going to say low stock. Okay, we're nearly out of what I'm going to use tonight. So if you want it, you'll need to be quick to grab it. So quite a few as things. I don't know what the numbers are. I would actually like to know how many are left for them to decide that it's low in stock, because that would help me maybe have a bit more of an idea. But when it says low in stock, it does mean usually it's about to sell out. So I know it's been a good month for it, hasn't it, Leslie? I know, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using tonight, just having a little bit of fun with the Happier Than Happy set, because this one is retiring. And like I said, it's low in stock, and the matching dies. Okay, so we're going to play with those, come up with something cute and fun. And then I'm going to show you something brand new. Okay, I said it right first, did I? I just have low confidence in my ability to say that word. And we were talking about this at my Hunter Valley class the other day. I was saying how everybody has a word or something that they struggle with. When I was a kid, it was ambulance. I couldn't say ambulance. It was ambience. And then I remember getting quite a shock when I got older and discovered that it wasn't, in fact, ambience. It was ambulance. I did not know that. So, yes, they are all set differently, says Ellen. So it's not a particular number that's across the board. It depends on the item. Thank you for that. That's very useful information. There you go. All right, so shall we get started? Let's get started really quickly tonight. I'm also going to show off the paper. Now, all 3 items that I'm showing you are marked down, okay? So let's switch over to the desk so I can show you better. Oh, hang on, I'll get my camera into the right area first, because if I don't, you're going to be looking at all the mess at the back of my desk that I normally don't want anyone to see. All right, so You can hide stuff when you're on camera. You can hide things, you know, angle your camera into the right spot so people can't see all the big mess that's on your desk, right? Okay, let's switch over. Okay, so here I have this is the outgoing catalog. This one is discontinued and finished as of next week. The 2nd of May is when the new catalog is live, and so this one is going to be around. I'm trying to get my camera to not be crooked. Give me a second. Goodness me. All right, so what I'm doing is this is the catalog that I've gone through everything and marked everything so that, you know, everything that's got a highlighter on it means that set is gone. All right, so both these sets are gone. And I did it with my hubby, and we went through and we wrote down how much each set was discounted by. Well, not really, Ellen, not really. So if you were here, you'd see that it's actually a bit of a disaster, but that's okay. It's all right. And I have got all my retired stuff pulled out and in boxes. So it's just there's a lot of boxes and it feels messy to me. But this week is the week that I'm going to be really getting everything out of the way and into bins and all that kind of stuff. Your hard to word say is specific. There you go. See, everybody's got a word. Everyone's got one. And sometimes, like in my case, it might be more than one. It's several. But anyway. I know. So many nice hellos. Good on you, Michelle. That's lovely. All right. So here we have this gorgeous paper. Now, I've got the paper here to show you because it's so cute. I love this paper. All right. Now, the colours in this were Sahara Sand, Mossy Meadow. Actually, it always tells you on the back, if ever you're wondering. Old Olive, so Basic Grey, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Sahara Sand, Smoky Slate, Soft Suede, and So Saffron. So 3 of the colours, actually 4 of the colours in this paper are all retiring. So how much is the paper marked down by? Let me check, because that's over on the DSP pages. I'm just going to tell you what exactly the price is. Oh, look, I didn't write that down. Well, that was silly, wasn't it? Let me tell you what it is. So it was originally $21, this paper, and it's been marked down to, let me find it. Did I not save that? No, I did. Just a second, and let me go in there. All right, so the Happy Forest. All right, so normally I would tell you to get the bundles, okay? Get the bundle or the suite, okay? The suite is everything that's in here. So in this case, it's the ribbon, the paper, the stamps, the dies, okay? And you get a 10% saving when you buy either a bundle or a suite. But when they have a retiring sale like we have right now, the individual prices and discounts actually work out in many cases to be better than the bundle. So don't buy the bundle in this case. It's actually going to be cheaper for you to get them individually. So it does say here, I've got it, that the Happy Forest Friends paper is 30% off. I did write it in here, see? There you go. And then the ribbon is 30% off. Actually, I haven't checked to see if that's still available. The Happier Than Happy stamp set is 20% off. And the dies, I think they might be 40. Let me just tell you for sure. Oh, they're 30% off as well. So definitely you're better off buying them separately. So buy the stamps and the dies at 20% and 30% off. Okay, that's going to get you a better deal than buying the bundle for 10% off. So if you're looking this week, if you are looking, the other thing to be looking for is that some items that are bundled together in this current catalog will still be in the new catalog. They're not retiring, but they won't be a bundle anymore. So then they will be more expensive to get individually. So there's a little bit of, you kind of got to be a bit sneaky at the moment and get all the different bits and pieces, work out what is going to give you the best deal. Okay, so that's just my personal opinion, and my word of advice to you is that go through and get yourself the best deal. Okay, these are just so pretty. I've had so much fun with these. I'm a bit sad to say goodbye to them, but I have really enjoyed using them. Okay. We'll all be drunk. Why are we getting drunk, Michelle? Goodness me. Are we taking a drink when we say the wrong thing or something like that? Because goodness me, I'll be in trouble if we did that, right? So, all right. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So, so that you know, I'm going to give you the individual prices for these in case anyone's interested. The designer series paper is marked from $27 down to, $21 down to $14.70. So that's a great deal. The forest dies are down to $37.10. And the Happier Than Happy stamp set is marked right down to $33.60. How good is that, right? So let's look at the paper. It is absolutely beautiful. I've got a couple of favorite pieces. I love this one with the little bears and foxes and owls and things. I just think that's super cute. Love, love, love it. Okay. And then on the back, it's got like, these look like little birdie footprints to me. A lot of them. That's a lot of little marching birdies, I guess. And then there's some other papers in here. As you can see, I've got some scraps of Sahara sand left over as well. This is really nice for a background. We might use that. And this is nice as well. So these are good background ones. I think these, then this is the So Saffron, which is really nice. This one I used for some diorama cards with the mountains and the trees in the background. And that turned out really, really cute. I really like that paper too. And then we had some trees. I did some scrapbook papers, scrapbook pages with these. Hang on, I'll grab my scrapbook page. I think it's close by. So I did a class for a group of ladies. Here it is. And this is the page we did. And that's with this paper. Okay, so I haven't put a photo on it because it was for a class and I wanted them to think about what their photos were going to look like. But we've got our little bear and our owl down the bottom here. We've got the bottom of the, so this piece of paper, as you can see, has like foliage down the bottom. Okay, and then you've got your trees going up the top. So it's got room here for a photo. I used the Reason to Smile stamp set, which is also retiring. I added a little fox and some of that beautiful green background paper that I just showed you. And I was really happy with how it turned out. It was fun. This is a fun page. So if you're a scrapbooker, this is something you might like to do. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. And this is another page. I'm just showing you this one because this sunflower set is also retiring. And I love this set with the the sunflower pieces. These are the stamps from the set. And I did this a while back. This is a long time ago. And I love the photo of me and my kids. I did this one a while back that was also for a class. And we were talking about it the other day. And I was trying to find the picture of it to show them. So if any of the girls from the Hunter class are watching today, this is the page I was trying to show you that I couldn't find. So so there you go. But I wanted really to show you this one. I just pulled that one out because I was, look, there it is. All right, but this is the page that I think worked really, really well with the Happy Forest Friends set. So the suite was called Happy Forest Friends. The paper's called Happy Forest Friends. And then the stamps are called Happier Than Happy. Okay, and you can see how many nice designs we have in here. I like the Calypso Coral. It's the same color as what they've done the fox for this. This is really nice. I'll pull that out. And we've got mushrooms on this side. How cute is it? And this is the other one that I showed you a moment ago with the mountains and the trees. This is fun if you want to create a scenery in your background. It's really cute. And there's like little separate bits that you can use for cards and things. Like you could easily cut this into a card front, or you could have some trees on your card front, or you could have a landscape one and have some mountains at the back there. So they all look good. I think they all look great, actually. So it's beautiful paper. If you love it, grab it because it's going to be gone very, very shortly. So I don't know if I saw that this was low in stock, though. Let me quickly look at that. No, the paper's not saying it's low, but it is going to be retired in a week. So if you love it, get it this week. And at only $14.70, it's a really good price. Right. The other thing that people might want to do this week is grab some of the basics, because a lot of the basics that we have are going to be going up in price in the new catalogue. So whilst nobody likes new catalogues, stock prices going up, no one loves it. But I'd rather and not be, and not get a surprise when the new catalogue gets out and think to yourself, yep, I got some good bargains while I could. So particularly Tombows going up, envelopes are going up, cardstock is going up. and things like that. So I hope that's useful information for you anyway. All right, let's have a play. Let's get going. What will I go? What one will we go with? Will we go with a portrait card and we'll have some of these little owls and bears and things and little birdies? Or we go landscape and do a card that's got mountains on it? What do you think? First person to answer is the one we're going to go with, and then I'll cut that piece to size once I know what we're going to use. Anybody? Got my trimmer ready. So we're deciding whether we want the landscape mountains or whether we want to go portrait and have some bears. Oh, the first person to come in is, oh yeah, the glue is unavailable. It's meant to come in this week. Just to let you know. So Tombow sold out because everyone's trying to get it before the price rise. Tombow sold out on the free shipping day. Okay, I got myself some before it sold out, which I was feeling very fortunate. But I only got a couple. But having said that, it's due to come back in week beginning 24th. So as of tomorrow, it's, you know, it should be on its way back in. So hopefully we'll see it again before the new catalogue prices change. So there we go. Right, the very first person. I'm looking. Michelle, you're first. And you said mountains. All right, mountains it is. Let's take these ones away and let's cut this to size. Sorry, those of you who said portrait. We'll just, maybe I'll have to do that one another time. So I'm going to cut this. This piece is 10 centimeters by 14.3. So this is going to be half a centimeter smaller on each side. So 9.5 this way. And then I'm going to go 13.8 this way. I'm going to take this end off because this side's got the mountains over here. And I thought that probably makes more sense. So it's going to be a pretty simple card. We're not going to have anything too fancy. I'm going to glue that straight on. And I see that we've got people commenting all over the place and I'm missing all the things. Ain't no mountain high enough. Yep, true enough. Now I'm singing that song in my head. Anybody else? I won't sing it for you out loud. Don't want to do that to you. You got 6 glues, so it's your fault that it sold out. Is that right, Leslie? I don't mean that. And good on you for getting in and getting them while you can. So that's awesome. I'm hoping they're going to come back in again before next week. But who knows? Who knows? We don't back order anymore. Remember we used to have back orders and you could kind of reserve them and they'd have, you know, hundreds sitting on back order, but they don't do that anymore. It was costing way too much money sending out all those back orders. So it was a business decision, which I think is very smart to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to grab some white cardstock here. Oh, that bit is a little bit messed up on that side. That's all right. I'll use this bit. And I'm going to grab my Happier Than Happy stamp set right here. And we're going to grab Mr. Bear because that's what I think his name should be. And I'm going to grab, he needs an E size block because he's too big for a D. So he needs E, this one, Mr. Bear does. And I'm thinking, I think early espresso bear might be good. Early espresso, soft suede was the color in the paper, but early espresso still goes. And, you know, if a bear wants to be early espresso, he can be. That's what I say. All right, so let's stamp this right here. And we're just going to have a bear kind of doing his thing over here. I mean, this is going to be, like I said, a super simple card. Look how beautifully this stamps. Can you see this? It's like, whoops, need to go the right way. It's like it's darker in some spots, lighter in some spots. Is what they call a distinctive stamp. And it's really clever the way the rubber is cut to produce that look light and dark. It's fantastic. I love that effect. It's such a clever thing. All right, so I'm deciding, are we going to need any other creatures? So we're going to have a bear. He's going to be doing his own thing here. And rather than having to cut him out by hand, I do have a die for him. So that's fantastic. I have a die for all the animals in this set. And I'm deciding whether I want, maybe we'll do a fox too. This fox stamp went missing for quite a long time. I don't actually know. I think it disappeared. I have like a hole in the back of my desk where my cables go, and sometimes things fall in there. And if something goes missing, very often that's where it is. All right, so the color that I'm going to do my fox is the color in the paper, which is Calypso Coral. And let me go through and get him all inked up. He looks lovely. And he's going to be down here. See, he's very pretty, isn't he? Calypso Coral, I wouldn't have thought Calypso Coral was a fox color, but I think it is. I think it works really nicely. I'm so sorry. Oh, what did I miss from Cindy? Do I do online scrapbook classes? I never have, Cindy. You know what? That's actually a really intriguing idea. I haven't thought about how that would work. Are you a scrapper? I'm going to cut this to 9 centimeters wide, so it's going to go through my machine. And we're going to grab our little machine. Now, I have a Boho Blue cut and emboss machine, but I think tonight I'm going to grab my white one. Give me a second. You know what? After all that, it's much easier for me to grab my big one. Because like I said, I've got all these boxes of stuff everywhere at the moment. So I'm going to pull that off there. And we're going to bring my machine in. And I'm going to lift this up so that you can see a little bit better. Oh, got an embossing folder on there. Oh, and because I was using the embossing folder, I had taken out the extra piece to make these the right height. Okay, let's try that. So the Happy Forest dies are a set of 22 dies. So it's a pretty big number, actually. It's a good size set. And we're going to do our little bear. He's actually quite easy to line up. That looks good. I wonder if I can do the fox at the same time. I should be able to. That looks good. And we're just going to roll that through. I'm sorry about the wobbly camera. All right, so when we take these off, you can see how nicely they cut. And isn't that a lot easier than sitting there with a pair of scissors? Love dies for that reason. Just the amount of time it saves you is amazing. Right. Well, let's bring these pieces in. So I've got my mountains and I've got my bear and I've got my little fox. I'm going to be putting these, at least the bear is going to go up on dimensionals. Looking cute, yeah? What do you think? Let's pull this down. Should I be thinking about doing an online scrapbooking class? Would you guys be interested in that? For those of you who like to scrapbook, maybe we can work something out. All right, so now the thing I need to do is work out where I would put a sentiment. And I'm just thinking about, I'm going through my little extras box. And I'm deciding what shape I would like. I could just do a vellum circle and then put a, but I don't even know if we need that, to be honest. But that's a possibility. And then a banner of some kind. Maybe I've got a little scallop banner from the scallop shapes. That might actually work quite well. Let's take the vellum circle out and let's pop our bear on. I'm going to use dimensionals for him. I like stamp sets that are easy to work with, and I think this is one that's easy to work with because the paper makes it really, really simple for you to do what you want to do. So our bear's walking off into the woods. Our fox is going to be coming out from here, so I think I'll put him on flat. He's going to go in under here like that. And then this one here, I'm thinking will probably just come in here. I don't want to cover up all these. I don't want to cover up too much of this bit. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to, hang on. Let me see. We've got a nice little thanks, and I just want something small. So I'm going to do a thanks. And pop that right here on this smallish block. And I'm going to use Early Espresso ink again. I've also put this, for anyone who's wondering, on an old olive base. Okay, so old olive is the green that's in here, so that works, or it's one of the greens. All right, so what I like to do when I'm using a sentiment is I like to test it to make sure it's straight. And actually, it's not quite. The S is a tiny bit higher. So when I put it onto my block, I'm going to move it so my S is slightly down. Ah, haha, guess what? I messed it up. Lucky, I have 2 of these. Let's put that to one side and let's not do that again. Everybody does that sometimes, but I tell you what I did. I did not check my stamp before I stamped to make sure I didn't have ink around the edges. All right, and then you also need to be careful and just go straight down as well. So remember I said that the S was a tiny bit higher, so I'm just going to pop that on there. That's better. Better. Cookie doesn't like the fox. I'm sure he doesn't. All right, so this is going to go on here, but it's too long, so I'm actually going to chop off part of it. Chop off a couple of scallops and pop that so it just kind of pops in there. And you can still see a little bit of those berries in there. I think that's probably better. I think, though, I'm going to use dimensionals. So 1, because it'll make it the same height as the bear. And I think rather than ribbon, which I think would be overwhelming on this card, I think maybe some twine. What do you guys think? I'll pop that there. You can't see those other berries, but it's still okay. At least we can see these ones. And I'm going to grab some good old linen thread, because never, ever, ever do I let myself run out of linen thread. So it's actually, I'm on my last roll here, so it's time for me to order another one, because I love linen thread. It's the best. Fantastic for everything. That'll be on my next order. All right, so I'm going to attach this with a glue dot. Deciding where I want to attach it. I probably should have decided that before I stick the glue dot on, but I will. Yeah, I think so. I think right about here. And then I'm just going to snip off the ends. The bear looks like he's waving, doesn't he? I always think he looks like he's waving at something over there. I mean, super, super simple card, because the paper really does all the work for us, which makes it super easy. I'm going to pop it on a basic white cardstock base. Which is a problem, because I'm in the middle of a live. Did we lose each other? Did you lose me? Brass butterflies. Oh, those might be a good idea. Cut the bottom off. Yeah, you know what? I could have done that. Now it's too late, because I've... that actually would have been a good idea. Oh, well, it's on there now. But yes, I think that would have been a really, really great idea, to cut the bottom off to make it a little lower. Probably put the thanks up a little higher. And that would have been a good plan. So I probably shouldn't put this under here. Now I'm decided I don't want it. I'm going to have it on top of my fox. That's better. Yep. So the fox looks like he's behind the sentiment. But yes, we do need bling. So what bling are we talking about? The butterflies? Oh, the copper clay. Do you know that those new in color dots for the new colors are stunning. Oh my gosh, guys. I tried to order a second pack and I realized I can't. But absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait for them to actually get released so I can order lots of them. So good. I'll show them to you in just a second because they're right here on my table. Right. They're these. Look. They're absolutely beautiful. Can you see? They've got kind of like almost like a cat's eye, tiger eye kind of sheen to them. And I may have showed you these the other night, I think, but I love them. So all 5 colors. So this is boho blue. I've got to get used to the names. Is it copper clay, wild wheat, moody mauve, and pebbled path? I really love these, and I think they're going to look so good with all your projects. And some, not even if you don't have all these colors, these are going to look fantastic. These ones almost look gold. They're really lovely, really beautiful. And there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that one to one side, and we're going to get started very quickly, and I'm going to do the second one. And I'm going to make this a simple card as well. And I'm going to bring in one of my new favorite things. So this is something that's coming next week, okay? So coming on the 2nd of May. If you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. And let me tell you a little secret. It's not really a secret. I'm doing my craft along project next weekend. My craft along project is going to be with this stuff, okay? I'm not using the dies or the stamps, but I am using the paper, and I think it's beautiful. Okay, I really love them. Oh, no bling. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm a silly Billy. All right, give me a second. Well, I have to use up some bling. I mean, I've got these, but these are going to be around for a while. I do like the idea, Kelly's idea, or anybody else's idea of the butterflies. I think that these would look very pretty. So there's a couple of options. What do you think? Butterflies? Is that what we're going to do? What did I get? No bling. What? Are you telling me not to use bling, or are you complaining that I didn't use bling? What am I doing? Let me move this out of the way because I'm distracting everybody with new pretty paper. You want red? I don't think I have any red. I could color some iridescent rhinestones and make them red. Yeah, we skipped bling. I'm so sorry. I got so Joan's saying butterflies, Margaret's saying butterflies, Jody's saying red. Complaints. Ooh, what are the complaints? Let me go back. What did I miss? You guys talk faster than I can. I can't keep up with you, actually. So read the bit about cutting the bottom of the scallop, and that would have been a good idea if I'd thought of it at the time or if I'd seen the comment. And you lost the picture, but it's back now. You know what it was? It was my husband trying to call me, and because I didn't want to pick up his call because it would have cut off our entire lives. So I'm hoping he didn't need me urgently. You said both. All right, for now I'm going to add some butterflies because they're here and it's such a nice idea. So I'm going to have a butterfly over here in the tree. I'm going to put another one here going this way, and I think a little one up here somewhere. This one's taking off to the mountains. I hope that's okay, Jody. I'm so sorry. I'm very what's the word? Very deficient on my bling tonight. I'm very sorry. Will you forgive me? Can you forgive me for forgetting the bling? You're yelling at the TV. Oh gosh, butterflies and bling and wink. Goodness me, it's all happening. Yeah, I know. I'm here for the crafting, right? You guys are here for, I don't know. Why are you here? For each other. That's why you're here. All right, so let's have a play with this because it is a really, really interesting set. And I think the paper is stunning. I think we've been playing with the paper a couple of times before. It's beautiful, all shades of blue. So the 4 different blues that are in this are Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. Okay, they're the 4 blues that are in this beautiful paper. How gorgeous is it, right? You can see bigger designs, more busy designs on one side, and your more simple geometric kind of stripes and dots and things is on the other. Okay, but just stunning. So beautiful. But this set here, the Countryside Corners set, I think is causing, I don't know, some people probably are going to look at this and go, well, what would I do with that? Right? So I've got myself some basic white card and we're going to stamp it and I'm going to show you why it's so good. Okay, I'm hoping that you will really enjoy learning about this set. When I first ordered it, I did not realize that it is one stamp. And if you didn't realize that, I thought this was a whole bunch of stamps. No, it's one. Okay. And when I put the sticker on the back of this, I kind of missed and misplaced the stickers. So my sticker's on crooked and I'm very annoyed about that because once it's on, right? But anyway, we'll make it work. So you're going to need a really big block. This is block F because it's basically a background stamp. But you could use it as a background, but I'm going to show you why I think it's so cool. All right. I'm going to use Night of Navy. I could use Boho Blue or Misty Moonlight, but I'm going to go Night of Navy. And I'm going to, when I ink up a background stamp, I lay the stamp down and ink it up with my stamp by tapping it over the surface. Okay, that's the easiest way. Don't try and take your stamp and put it on the ink pad. Much easier to lay your stamp down and put your ink on that. Okay, and then it's up to you. You can try and stamp it on here, but I find the very best way to do this is to put your paper over the top and then rub your fingers over it, okay, to make sure it makes contact with the stamp, with the ink. All right, so you can see I've got my stamp on here. Now, it doesn't matter that it's not in the center because I'm going to be cutting it out, and I have my dies for that. All right, so this is the interesting part, okay? If you wanted to, and I was chatting with Susan Campfield about this today because some of you may know that Susan and I are good buddies, and she was making a really good point that if you wanted to do mass production of that, like you want to mass produce a whole bunch of stamps, this is a fantastic stamp for that, okay? Because you could cut out all your different layers and you will have, you know, all different. So I could start with my big one and cut out the whole lot if I want to. Okay. Or I could start cutting different bits. So I might decide, okay, I like this one with the flowers. So I think let's have a look. Is that this size? I think it is. Yeah. So we could do that one. And if you cut out 2, then you're going to end up with a frame. Okay, so like you said, Michelle, so many possibilities. Really, really cool. All the different things you can. I think we're going to see so many people doing different things with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let me bring my machine in again. And I've got my base and plates. And I'm going to pop this on. So I'm just going to line this up so, and of course you can cut, because these are nested dies. I love nested dies, okay? You can do so many cool things with cutting different pieces of paper, not even the stamps, but this shape is going to lend itself to some really fun ideas. All right, so I've got this one. Okay, now if I wanted a frame, I could use one of the bigger ones. So let's grab a different one. Maybe, depends on how big you want your frame to be, but I could do this one. And then I'm going to end up with a different shapes that you can add to the front of your card, or not different shapes, different sizes. I just need to make sure it's lined up. So the phone only rang a couple of times, which is why the picture disappeared. And then he must have realized, he probably thought to himself, oh crap, she's live. I don't want to ring her right now. That's what I'm guessing probably happened. So I'm just going to cut all these out, and then I'm going to decide later maybe what I'm going to do with them. But I'm making a couple of frames, and then I've also got a couple of pieces I can play around with. And do I need to roll it back again? Not really. It's more of a habit. I tend to do that when I cut things out. So now I've got like a frame. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. So I'm thinking I like this one, but I'm actually going to cut a smaller one. Well, let's have a play. I don't know. I might need that again in a minute. All right, so I've just cut a few out just to give us an idea. I didn't lift it up that time. Sorry. I hope that's all right. Can everyone see that all right? Okay, so we've got a couple of different shapes here. I'm thinking I really like this one. It's got, I must be having a night for foxes, because look, there's little foxes on here as well. So some of the papers have got different designs. This one, that one's got foxes. This one's got little birds. Can you see them? How nice are they? And then there's one that's got bunnies, little rabbits. This one's got trees, which I think is really pretty. Where's the bunny rabbit one? Where is the bunny rabbit one? Did I use all that? Surely not. Hope not, because I'm still... Oh, maybe I did use all the bunny rabbit one, because I think it wasn't the bunny rabbit side. It was the other side that I wanted to use. I've ordered more because I realized I'm going to go through it really fast. So anyway, all right, let me pick the darkest one, because I'm thinking this might look really nice on here. But it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be showing off the foxes. I'm just wanting to use the darker paper. We may end up with 2 landscape cards tonight. Do we want to go landscape, or do we want to go portrait, because we just did landscape? Maybe we'll do portrait just for fun. So I'm going to cut this to 9.5 centimeters wide. And I'm going to go to 13.8 long. And then I've got a piece of 0.5 centimeter bigger piece, which is some Night of Navy cardstock. There it is, which is 10 by 14.3. And this is just going to go straight onto that. So like I said, this is just going to be a quick card tonight. Question. No, I didn't see the question. I'm sorry. Can you stamp again and show it close up? Yeah, I can. Give me a second. Let me just pop this down. I'm so sorry. And thank you for yelling at me. I'm sorry. What I really need is a moderator, someone who's going to actually, who can answer questions or bring questions to my attention for me. And one of these days, I'm thinking that's a job I might give to my hubby. So I'm thinking this might go on here. It's really different. I love this. All right, I'm going to put some dimensionals behind this. And then I've also got these pieces that I could make other cards with, right? So, you know, you can really make multiple cards out of one stamping of this stamp. Just cut out different layers and pop them wherever. It's just really nice paper. I just love all the blues together. As soon as I saw it, I knew I was going to have it. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so busy stamping and having fun. I'm flapping my mouth so I don't. But this one, so you can see the stamp, yeah? And it literally does stamp just like what it looks like. Let me grab the actual stamp again. And I'm going to ink it up one more time and we'll stamp it so you can get it close. You know, I thought I was using Night of Navy. Guess what? It's not Night of Navy. It's Misty Moonlight, because they're very similar. Misty Moonlight, in my mind, is just a toned down version of Night of Navy. So Night of Navy is just that extra step darker. Misty Moonlight is lighter, but because this is a brand new pad, and I'm managing to get smudges on the back, but no one cares about that, right? All right, there we go. Okay, is this going to answer your question, Kelly? This is how we stamp it and what it looks like when it's close up. Now, if you had, it's rubber, so if you had different colored markers, you could do each layer in a different color, and that would look really fun. Stamp them out and make them all different colors, like a rainbow. That'd be nice. And this one here, not the tiny, tiny one, although I guess that's all right for little words, but this one with the dots, the second one out, I think that's a really good size for putting like greetings on and things like that. So we might do that in a second. Give me a tick. All right. So I could put like a vellum piece over this and then a banner across, which would look really, really nice. Or I could cut out the centerpiece. I mean, you could just use this, I guess. It would look really nice. But this, like you said earlier, I think it was you, Michelle, that said you felt like when you saw this stamp, your brain exploded. I feel a bit like that every time I, put it down or do something with it. I think, oh, that's nice, Or you could cut a piece out of the center and put that in the middle. In fact, let's do that. Let's do it. I'm gonna pull that out, and then I'm gonna do something with all these other bits and pieces later, because I feel like every time you use this set, you're going to have pieces left over that make you want to, I don't know, just use them all different ways. Right, let's grab this size. I think that's the size I want. Is this the one I want? Yeah, it is. And the reason that the Misty Moonlight looks so dark is because it's a brand new pad, which is, I think this is the first time I've used it. But actually, interestingly enough, when I was putting away all my brand new pads, I found a couple of things I had from years ago. This is my old Misty Moonlight. See, it's a bit dirty. It's been hanging out with the Magenta Madness ink pad. And I found my pretty peacock blends from like 3 years ago. I'm like, yay, I don't have to buy them again. They work fine. So that's kind of cool. Let me just roll that all the way through. Right, so now that I've got this piece here, I'm thinking I could put it like in the middle. And we're just going to go super simple tonight. This is not going to be anything magical this evening, but we're going to go really, really simple. And I'm just wondering, the next one down from this is this size. And maybe that one, maybe I should cut a little bit of that because then I've got somewhere to stamp my greeting, right? So let me grab might as well grab, will I use this one? No, I might want to use that one for something else, so I'll use this one. And what greeting shall we have? Shall we use another new set? I think we should. This one is the one that I've been using quite a bit already. This one I love. Life is better when you're crafting. How good is that? And don't you love the little cut and emboss machine? How cute is that? And for all you crafty people, there's some yarn, there's some sewing machine, some brushes, an easel. I like the easel. There's a die for that too. There's a die for quite a few of these shapes. So this is going to be another really fun set. So I'm going to, I'll see if will this fit in here? That's the question. I don't know if it will. It's going to be a tight squeeze, so I'm not going to use that one. What else have I got? I've also got another new set, the little monkey, but that one doesn't fit with this card at all. And then I've also got, I've also got the daisies. Now, where have those gone? Because I'm still kind of working with all my new sets. This is also a nice set. Oh, I want something sort of a little longish. I'm looking for the right reading. Crafting with you. Yeah, it's really nice, Michelle. You'll really love it. Oh, we're going to go portrait. Right. You are correct. We're going to go this way. But maybe I don't want that piece in that case. All right. Thinking something different now. What's the name of the new daisy set? I can't remember what it's called. The new daisy set is beautiful. I love it. Cheerful daisies. That's it. We have wishing you the brightest birthday. You made my day. You made my day would work really, really well and fit very nicely on this. So let's have a look. Yep, it will fit. And so will wishing you the happiest birthday. That would fit as well. So birthday or you made my day. Which one shall we have? I do have a just because sentiment. I saw it the other day and thought, oh, that's an awesome sentiment. But it was just because we're friends, I think. And then you could easily get rid of the we're friends and have just because. Anybody? Any ideas? Shall we have you made my day or wishing you the brightest birthday? DSP is upside down. You're right. It is. Thank you for telling me that. All right. Birthday, says everyone. Birthdays are always popular, right? I haven't used this stamp before, so let's pop that on a longish block. And let's pop that right here. Wishing you the brightest birthday. I really like a couple of the sets because I love the sentiments. I think the sentiments in here are beautiful. You made my day. Oops, Daisy. So sorry. Wishing you the brightest birthday and your friendship means everything. Those are all stamps I may use at some point. Good night, Ellen. Lovely to have you here for a while. And then we have those nice sentiments in the crafting for you set. So yeah, it's just a really good set. All right, let's quickly run that through. Let's see, how close are we? Actually, the whole thing. Sometimes I have to cut a little bit off with sentiments, but I don't have to cut anything off this one. It fits perfectly in that little thingy. What is it? Label die. Okay. Let's run that through. Clunk, clunk, clunk. But that's normal. All right, so this is going to go here. Because half the fox has got his head behind here, I'm not going to actually pop it. Thinking maybe I shouldn't pop it in the middle. The other thing I could do, which would look really nice, would be add a vellum circle. Let me see. I think I have one. I have a small one, but I think that's too small. Oh, maybe not. I think the next size up would be better. Let me just see if I have one. I've got a smaller one. Another possibility is adding a rectangle behind. Did everyone see that the stitch rectangles are going? That's a bigger one. That's a much bigger one. Oh, here we go. Painted labels. These are going as well, and that probably would look rather good behind there. One of these shapes would look probably even better again. Just to give us an idea of how that would look. I think that would look really good, actually. The vellum behind. What do you think? Do we like the vellum? Give the vellum circles a rest. But it's so hard, Michelle. I love my vellum circles. Ellen, are you still here? Ellen's saying circle. Sean's saying circle. No circle. Or bigger circle. Okay. All right. Too many vellum circles. I'm upsetting people with the number of vellum circles that I'm using. Goodness me. All right. Well, I'm thinking it does need something behind it. It's no good like this. It needs something. So we need to decide what that something should be. I could just punch a vellum circle, but if vellum circles are being overly used, then I would be better off to pick probably one of these shapes. And I'm thinking maybe this one. So let me grab a piece of vellum. And I'm not even going to bring over the cut and emboss machine because it's actually quicker for me to just do it right here. All right, so I'm going to have this piece of vellum. So you can't make me not have vellum at all. Sorry, you just can't. So I've got to have some vellum somewhere. I'm going to pop this here in the center of the next size up, which is this one. All right. And then that also kind of means that we can't see the fox that's behind there. You can still see this little guy, but we're not going to see this one, and that's fine. This one's poking out from behind. I think that one needs to go because his head's hidden anyway. So I'm actually going to pop some dimensionals behind here. Actually, I'm going to add them right behind here. Just like that. And this length is exactly the same length as the, and definitely this needs bling. So the bling I want to use for this is going to be the gems that we had. I had them a moment ago. Let me find them. Oh my goodness. Why do I lose things all the time? Oh, here they are. Found them. Definitely need. Susan has found its stickers. Now I've got these ones which match the daisy paper, but they go really nicely with this as well. But the ones I was thinking of using are these ones, these pastel blue ones, and I think those definitely are the go. So I'm going to have one here. You know what? I'm going to go with a smaller one right there in the corner. And a smaller one further up here, maybe above the fox. And do you think it needs twine or a ribbon of any kind? What do you think? Too quick, sorry. Glitter, says Jamie. You like the vellum, Linda? Good. Next Friday challenge is no vellum on cards, but you won't love my cards as much if I don't put vellum on them. No twine, says Jamie. Okay. So maybe we leave it as it is. What do you think? All right, I'm going to bring in my piece of basic white as my base. Also, another base color that would look really good with this would be, and in fact, maybe I will instead, would be bashful blue. What am I saying? Goodness me. Balmy blue. Because the white is nice, but I think having the balmy blue, which is in the paper, that might look better. I think it would. Don't you? Let's cut that in half and use that instead. And then I'm going to make some other cards over the next couple of days with some of the leftover pieces. So who else is fans of nested dies? Anybody else love those? Because I do. I love nested dies. You can do so many fun things with them, like creating frames and interesting shapes on your cards. I just think they look really classy. We've lost a couple of our shapes packs, so it does look nice on the blue, doesn't it? What do you think? Do we like that? Oh gosh, I don't think it's clever. It's just, you know what, the paper does all the hard work. In both the cards I've done tonight, really, the paper's really where the hard work is. And I didn't have to do any of it. It did it all for me. So we love that. All right, let's see. All right, so don't forget, next weekend, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. Sydney time, we have Craft Along. So Friday night I'll be live like usual, but then Saturday we'll have our Craft Along session. Those of you who placed an order with me in March will receive, I don't think you'll have them yet because I only mailed them on Friday, but you'll be receiving earlier in the week the supply pack to make up all the beautiful project that we're going to be making together next weekend. Okay, if you've placed an order this month, April, and you've got until the end of April to place your order, as long as your order is over $60, you'll receive the supply pack to make next month's card. Now, next month, I'm going away on the 20th of May, which means we're going to be doing Craft Along early next month. So if you have your order in by the 30th of April, your $60 plus order, you will receive the supply pack to make the projects, and that will be the 13th of May that we're going live with that one. So, yep. Yes, well, tomorrow's not Anzac Day, Donna. It's actually the day after. Tomorrow's the 24th. Anzac Day is the following day, but tomorrow is, a lot of people are taking tomorrow off as a holiday. So there you go. I'm making Anzac biscuits tomorrow. Anybody else? Does anyone else make Anzac biscuits? I have a nice recipe I wanted to try, but I've never been able, I don't think I've ever been able to make them as good as my mum's. My mum made the best Anzac biscuits I've ever tried. I'm a little bit biased though. All right, so we have 2 cards tonight. Here they are. These are the 2 cards that we made. I hope that you enjoyed these tonight. Don't forget, if you're after this stuff, any of the paper or the stamps or the dies, it's all going at the end of the week. But I'm expecting the stamps and the dies, which are both low in stock, I'm expecting those to sell out earlier. The paper hopefully will make it to the end, but they're all marked down. So really, really good idea. You make Anzac biscuits too, Leslie, Katrina too? Yeah. No, you're a day ahead of yourself, Donna. There's nothing wrong with that. Means you won't be late for anything. All right. Okay, guys. So have a fantastic week ahead. I hope that you've enjoyed that tonight, and we've had some fun with some different shapes and bits and pieces. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on Friday night. If anyone needs any bits and pieces to get in ahead of the price rises and also to grab bundles and other things whilst before they sell out, you can do that on my online store, and I'll put the details of that in the description below. Or you can head over to my blog, and the shop now button is on there as well. Okay, thank you, guys. Oh, thank you very much, Michelle. Appreciate that. Lovely to have you with us. Lovely to have everybody here tonight, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye. I will, Cindy. Bye.